Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
Inien is going to, from her back, from seemingly nowhere, produce a book and cast a spell from it. Suddenly, a great gout of flame erupts from beneath the creature, and you hear the caw of a phoenix as a pillar of pure burning light erupts and touches the ceiling.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Inien is just as taken aback as you. Oh, Firi claps. Oh, and you're testing its fire resistance. This is wonderful.
I wanted to look cool.
Ashe, listen, do you want to take credit for that? I'll support you in this. It's cool.
I want to take your credit.
Firi!
I don't want to.
Ashe did that with her laser eyes!
I don't have laser eyes!
Firi's eyes glitter as she stares at you, Ashe.
I just look at Inien with this, like, horrible, panicked...
Flashes
you
you
for that lie.
Flashes you a thumbs up.
Inien, please!
Firi looks at you, eyes glittering. You can tell she doesn't believe a word of it, though.
Okay, good. I let out a sigh of relief.
As you were just like fucking told around by the creature.
I imagine that this is all occurring as it's like charging me into the wall or something. I don't know. All right. So, Firi, you're curious about this thing, right?
Deeply.
How about what it looks like on the inside?
Ashe, is that a one-liner? Ashe, did you just try to do it? Okay, no, it's fine. I'll try to back you up on this.
I winked, but you can't. You can't see it because I'm being bitten.
Technically, I believe you're not being bitten. I believe you're being, impaled?
Gored!
Gored!
It's gored, yeah!
That's the term I was looking for!
Yep! So, like a chef might handle their blades in the kitchen, I whip a dagger from my belt and attempt to fillet it and, splay its innards out.
You reach for the dagger on your leg, pick it up and wing it at the creature. It's far out of arm's length, but that doesn't matter. It sticks into the creature's side and tink, just slides to the side, slowly falling over.
I just kind of lay there under its weight, looking deeply unhappy. Guys.
Firi runs over, trips, and falls in the gore, landing next to you.
I reach out and kind of pull Firi closer. Oh, this is nice.
No, this isn't nice. This would be cute if you weren't both covered in blood. Here, let me apply that spell you wanted. Inien is going to clean both of you. By the way, I didn't check. How's your fire resistance?
Wait, no!
That's a little bit of a joke. This won't burn you. I don't have fire resistance myself. You're cleaned in a second. Inien is going to just try to... There, now you can have your moment. She backs off and goes elsewhere. Just gonna fucking camp out under this boat. It's a nice house. I could live here.
She's literally a raccoon.
She is.
Yeah, you two lie there on the ground for a moment, just looking up at the big gross monster you're looking at. Like, it'd be like it's like a cute stargazing moment, except your girlfriend is intently focused on this creature's innards and taking notes. It's super gross, but you'll tough it out for your burgeoning relationship.
So, why are you looking at its goop?
I'm not looking at just the goop. I'm looking at this, and this, and this, and this, and this. She's pointing to various bits on the creature. One day I hope to create my own monster manual. A book of monsters, if you would. Creatures great and varied. You've never seen her quite this fired up.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I've never seen something quite like this before. It appears to be some sort of chimeric entity. She stops.
Oh boy.
Do you know what a chimera is?
I think so. It's whenever you put a bunch of stuff in a bottle and shake it up, right? Like, we have those at the bar. I think it's a mixed drink, but I mean, I get the principle.
Oh, that's a cute thing. She nods.
Somewhere else, Gregor starts developing a headache.
It's okay. They can be broken down into various categories, but one like this I've never quite seen before. It appears to be like this bit right here, as if it was stretched, kind of like a this gesture. She makes like a twisting motion.
Yuck.
I feel bad because now we're getting caught up in one of my hobbies.
I want to learn. I want to learn about your hobbies. So, like, would it be helpful if I, like, kept fighting monsters and shit for you to look at?
I mean, you should
Should I go find another one? I say, pull out my sword and look around.
I mean, you shouldn't always have to fight the monsters. Frequently, you can observe them just sort of naturally. Oftentimes, you can, like, put them to sleep and take notes. Other times, you'll just find them dead in the wilderness and you can take notes yourself. She's mumbling and, like, examining parts with, like...
while examining.
Yeah. What would help right now the most, though, is if you held that little bit up.
I reach in with my sword and kind of prop it up. Does that work?
I'm really sorry, but I don't believe a sword will afford you the manual dexterity needed for this task.
All right, here we go. I reach in with my hand. Oh.
You managed to hold the bit up, and yeah, she examines it closer, and I'm gonna spare you the description.
This is very squishy and soft, like my feelings for you.
Nice.
That's what I'll think about.
Perfect.
Inien makes all of these noises and more from beneath her boat. Let me know if you want another one of that spell.
Yes.
She started a small fire. She started a small fire, hung a tarp up, like it's a little tent now.
So, Firi, I have no clue where we are. At all. Like, even a little bit.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I kind of came here aimlessly to begin with. I thought we were going on our first date.
We are.
Distant.
Yes.
Distant Indian.
Okay, but I should also say maybe I've combined a little work pleasure kind of thing going on here. So have you heard about Castle Crowhenge?
30 minutes later.
And then Ballast McGee followed us home.
Oh, I'm not 100% clear on what a Ballast McGee is, but it sounds,
It's another kind of monster, I hear.
Speaking of which, in the intervening time, Inien set up her complete fort. She's laid her blankie out, set up a fire, put up her classic Inien bagpipes. She's in it for the long haul.
That fire's awfully close to that wooden boat.
And to that magic blanket.
It's not close enough for me to care, though.
I scratch the back of my head and ruffle my hair. So, are you mad or anything?
Mad? What? This is the best first date I've ever been on. Look at this. She holds up an organ.
Where did you find that?
Look at this.
Where did that come from?
Gestures with it.
That's not...
Appreciate it.
I don't understand how that fit inside the
She
creature.
pecks you on the cheek.
Oh. Okay, so should we bury this or something? Or should we...
No, if we leave it on the surface, it'll re-enter the ecosystem. Different creatures will eat it and so on and so forth.
The ecosystem? I peer around Firi at Inien.
I'm hungry. Scratch his stomach.
Speaking of ecosystem, I say at Inien, across the cavern.
What? Are you trying to summon more monsters?
Speaking of Inien.
You said ecosystem. How is your echo different?
I was thinking it was a joke.
Okay. She kind of crawls back out, picks up her blankie.
So, yeah, but okay, you can stay comfy, but where the hell are we?
That's a good question. It seems that the portal degraded rather quickly.
Yeah, I'd scout around, but I kind of want to stick near Firi. She's arms deep in this right now.
Oh no, I'm done.
Oh, in that case, do you want to like walk around or something? Try to figure out where we are and where everybody else is? Because I mean, usually when there's a portal, people come out of the portal, but I don't see no portal anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was
Hopefully
saying.
everybody else didn't have this much trouble.
Don't seem too worried about your team friends.
That's exactly what I was saying. The portal quickly decayed, is what I'm getting.
Guys. You guys have just been hanging out for a half hour. We could be dead.
He's strong. I'm not worried.
The portal quickly decayed. I don't know if it's the influence of the place we're teleporting to or the distance or blah, 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 but this is more or less the proper location that I was going at. See? You can see some of my graffiti over there. Inien points.
I turned to look at the graffiti.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a big mark there. It's some foreign language you don't know, but you can definitely tell it's Inien because there is a scratched likeness of her face. It's awful looking.
Oh, what's it say?
It says I was here. Like, what do you there's one thing to graffiti when you're, like, trying to mess up a place, when you're messing with people. Like,
I walk over to the graffiti, pull out one of my knives, and start etching something in.
okay.
A plus F forever. I turn to look at Firi and smile.
Ooh, she spelled it with a 4. That's how you know she means it's forever.
Somewhere.
You know she doesn't know how to spell.
I memorized the 4.
Illiterate
See,
pirate.
look. I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. Reading Ballas McKee's books has done me a lot of good as far as reading comprehension and writing.
Okay, we can tell Marcus.
Somewhere Gregor and Harlock both throw up in unison.
Okay, we can tell Marcus isn't nearby because he would have immediately come over and done something.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
If I had to take a guess of where we are versus where everyone else is, well, first up, this is a Colvin portal. Colvin tends to go a little nuts on his protections. They shouldn't be at any
Really?
risk of being, say, warped into a wall or warped in half or anything like that.
Hold on, Are you serious? Colvin, like, thinks about, like, the protections in his portals?
No, Colvin just can't conceive of the concept of being, like, I don't know, warped into objects.
Okay. So, I understand.
Yeah, no, he's just not imaginative enough.
Right. Right. No, keep going. I
makes
get
it
it. I get it.
extremely safe to travel.
That's kind of remarkable.
Yes, but if there's any area, imagine a portal is drawing a single bead on the map. Then, as the portal degrades, sort of in a spiral pattern outwards, make that bead sort of stretch. Yes, that's
Sort
why
of
I was.
wibble around.
Yes, that's why I was warped into a wall.
Did that really suck? So wait a second. Are we gonna have to mine them out? I look at like the cavern walls and then to like a pickaxe laying on the ground.
No, but we might have to mine ourselves out.